a service station in the middle of nowhere. We're on a Greyhound bus. Hello, my name is Megan. Welcome back to my channel, Adventures with Megan. I'm on my way from Magnetic Island to Mackay. So I got the bus ferry this morning to get off Magnetic Island. And I'm now getting the Greyhound bus to Mackay. The toilet is broken on the bus, so I can't drink anything, but we have had a minute stop.
4 hours later.
I was picked up from a Greyhound stop by a lovely lass called Michelle, so that saved me faffing about with the buses, which was excellent. This place, I didn't realise, because I just wanted to go see the kangaroos at sunrise. It's got like a wake park, it's got a little pool, there's free brekkie. I'm living the best life. Also, I was meant to be in an 8-bed mixed dorm, and I'm in a 4-bed female dorm, and no idea where Aldi is. I've been able to nab a bottom bunk, which I'm real happy about. So I'm off to Aldi now to get some food. I'm very thirsty. I have more water because I couldn't drink on the bus because the toilet wasn't working. So that was excellent. I'm planning to make a chicken curry, so we shall see how that goes. It is now sometime later. I have made actual food. I have made chicken curry, and I've got enough chicken curry for the next 2 days, which is absolutely excellent. So I was talking to one of the gals in the dorm, and she followed my TikTok to get from Sydney Airport to Wake Up Sydney. I feel like an actual celebrity now. As you will see by the head torch, I'm going out for a run. It's a little bit dark because when I got here, 1, it was too hot, and 2, I needed to eat. So I'm just going on, I've like programmed a 4-miler on my watch. So I'm hoping not to get lost. Apparently it's safe to run around here. I asked the lady on the desk. So off we go. It is the next day. I have been awake for like 4 hours. My body woke me up at 6 a.m. Anyway, the brekkie at this hostel is fantastic. I'm having today as like a life admin day, so I need to get a jumper because I have no jumper. I'm going to South Australia, but I just thought I'd show you the room because no one else is in here at the moment. So this is a 4-bed female. So there's 2 bunk beds, socket, desk, little window, a TV. We've not used the TV. Aircon, which we love, and then an ensuite, which is very nice. It is very nice. Oh, there's me. Hello, hello. There are also extra toilets, which we love. Oh, where's the switch? So I'm off into town now to get a bus that's only 50 cents to go to a running shop. Top tip, if you are in the Mackay area, I don't know if it's the whole of Queensland, but definitely Mackay area, get the app, Move It, because it gives you much better up-to-date public transport than Google Maps. I have just been to a place called On The Run in Mackay. If you're looking for any running goods, I would highly recommend. The fella in there is very friendly, from the Midlands in the UK, and I've got a trail backpack that he's like showed me how to tweak and whatnot so that it fits me, and also a water bladder. I wasn't going to buy a water bladder, but then I was like,
then I'm not going to be worried for having water.
So it was 1.5 litre water bladder. I was like, that's going to be so much better. So I'm all set for that, and I think I'm in the right spot to get the bus back into town to go to Gander to get jumper. I have been very successful. I've got a Gander hoodie, which I'm very excited about. It was blue. I couldn't find any ladies blue hoodies with like the swirly writing on the back. I don't think they do them anymore. Look at this wake park. How cool is that? But they had a teenage section, and I've got an age 10 to 11 hoodie that is broad enough for my shoulders, so I feel like I have quite pointy shoulders. So that was a definite win. So I've got the trail backpack, water bladder, Gander hoodie, and then also some paracetamol, so I was running out for that. So, love these vibes. I'm back at the hostel now. The whole bus journey today cost me $1. $1 for a day ticket. Okay, so you can use the washers from 2 p.m. It is, oh, it's 5:02. I've been letting early. So it's $5 for a wash, a dry, and for the stuff. It's like laundry sheets. 2 hours later, and the washing is done. Today, I haven't really done much, like, exciting, productive travel stuff. I've had a good day. I've got lots of stuff done that I wanted to, that I needed to. I've just had a long WhatsApp call catch up with my parents who are in Spain, which was really nice, but I feel like every so often you need these kind of days when you're traveling, so that has been real nice. And I've got a very early morning tomorrow morning because we're off to see the kangaroos at sunrise. So got my coffee, need to put this in the fridge, and I'm gonna have an early night. I'm gonna do some scrapbooking now, I think.
Queensland Park and Grampians parks and schools take the animals.
So, as you will have seen, we have watched the kangaroos and the wallabies at sunrise. They were so cute. If you're doing this tour, I would definitely recommend bringing a hoodie. I'm very glad I bought this yesterday. It was cold. You forget Australia is cold, don't you? We're currently on a hike uphill to see the sun, I think. It's like a little trail next to the beach. And then we're going for break afterwards. I have had a coffee and some dried mango because I've been up for like 2 hours now. No, nearly 3 hours. So these are the sort of vibes we've got.
The sap and melt it up. You melt it with other tree saps, water, kangaroo poo, because you want the fibre to kind of hold it together.
4 hours later.
I am now sat at the Greyhound stop. It's a little bit late. I thought it was going to be a lot later than it actually was. But it's like 20 minutes late at the moment. So I'm just waiting with all my stuff. I've gone for a wee. I'm looking after this gal's stuff. Well, she goes for a wee because the toilets on the last one were broken. And then we get an 8-hour bus to Agnes Water, although it's actually only 6 hours because there's 2 meal breaks of an hour. So this is the longest one though. I have been fully asleep. I feel much better. I have a dairy-free Magnum. I have arrived. They picked me up at the Greyhound stop. I have a private room. I'm really sad I'm only here one night. However, it will be lovely for tonight. I have managed to wake up at 6 AM again. I don't look great. However, I think it's because I slept for like 4 hours on the Greyhound yesterday. So I've come down to the beach. It's like a 10-minute walk from the hostel. Look at it. Beautiful. This beach. Also, look at those clouds. This beach is so beautiful for dogs. Oh my goodness, a white wolf has come in my way. Can you see? Real cute. There was a little doggy called Chippy who came to say hi earlier. Very good boys and girls on this beach. I have just been to the food works to get some stuff for brekkie and lunch. It is beautiful here. I need to come back. When I'm next in Australia, I'm doing a road trip up here. This is Jude, little baby boy. Are you cute? Okay, I have checked out the hostel at 10 AM. I'm off on a walk now. So I was talking to a lass called Abby who was on the desk, who was super helpful, and also had been talking to her like through the booking.com app as well. So she was like, well, you kind of need a car to do most things around here. However, I don't have a car. So I'm going off to find the paper boardwalk. So I'd seen this on Google, but also Google Maps said it was closed, and she was like, oh yeah, it does say that, but it's not closed. So I'm walking to there. It's like a 50-minute walk, so I'm planning to walk there, walk the little boardwalk, and then on the way back there's a discovery lookout point, and then this afternoon after lunch I'm walking to 1770. So Agnes Water, I think, is like a small suburb of the town of 1770. I will feed back on that because I don't actually know the information. And it's like a 3-mile walk from here, and I can see there's like trails to walk on. So, oh, there's a bench in honour of the town cat. Love that. So I'm off to do some trails. Okay, so I was literally just saying that I don't really know anything about this place. I have happened upon a museum. Excellent. So the museum was $5 entry, and it was massive. The town of 1770 is called that because that's where Captain Cook landed in 1770. It was the first place that a British person had been in Queensland, because he'd been to Botany Bay in Sydney before that. And then Agnes Water was just like a farm, and people then came like for beach holidays here, and then it sort of grew from there. So that was the history of 1770 in Agnes Water. I feel a lot more educated now, and the volunteers in there were very lovely and very enthusiastic. Okay, I found a place called Padre Coffee, and apparently it is with coffee from all over the world. Oh, it's so hot, it's flat white. So I will be having this, potentially spinning my hand, potentially spinning my mouth. Okay, no, it is drinkable temperature. We're good. Oh, that is tasty. Also, you can see how cloudy it is. The UV is 8. 8. Another thing that I will say is this Osprey Daylight Plus bag that I got off Vinted for like £20. It's just excellent. It's like non-sweaty on your back, loads of space, and then the plus bit means that you can like strap extra things into it as well. I would highly recommend as a day bag, and it also folds like quite flat to go inside my hand luggage as well. So we love that. Okay, so at the hostel this morning they said the track was open. It is definitely not open, which is wrong for us because that looks nice. But over the road there is another walking track, so I'm gonna check that out instead. Okay, this is a cool walk instead. I've made it down to the beach and glad I'm not planning on swimming here. Okay, I'm back up from the beach area now, and I found this Springs walking trail that I think might get me back to Agnes Water without having to walk along the main road, which would be better. Okay, top tip for this area. There are inland trails that doesn't involve walking along the main road that aren't on all trails, which is normally my go-to app. So look out for them. There was the Spring something trail, and now I'm on the Workman's Trail. And I think this has taken me back to the Lookout Discovery Trail that was like back in Agnes Water before the museum. So this is very nice, very nice. Also, there's like no one around. I have shared my location with Danny, who I was on the tour with, in case like a snack comes, but it's very peaceful. I can confirm if you follow the Spring Trail and Workman's Trail, it brings you back to the Agnes Water bit with the Discovery Trail. So I'm going to go and have a look at the lookout here. Also, I've walked 6 miles. I didn't realise that because I've just like got my watch on time, not on distance. Does not feel like 6 miles. I can confirm the lookout is beautiful.
Some time later.
I have just stopped at the hostel for lunch. I had 1.5 ham bagels. I could not fit the other half in. Duke was very interested in the ham, I will say. So I'm off to 1770 now, which is in like the opposite direction. It's north of Agnes Water. One of the gals who we got off the same Greyhound stop yesterday, obviously, because we're in the same place, was absolutely shook to find I was walking to 1770. So it's only like an hour's walk, and there's nothing else I want to do here really, because I've been to the beach and I can't surf, so let's go find some more trails. I'm still on the same, it's like a walking and bike trail, which would be very quick if I was on a bike, because it's very nice and smooth, but it's a bit boring when you're walking. But I found a website with all the walking trails on of 1770, and I think I can loop up at the top and then come back along the beach. I've checked the tide times. The tide is outgoing at the moment because the high tide was at like 11 AM and the low tide's at 6. And I want to be back at the hostel at 6 because it's sunset time. So hopefully I can be walking back along the beach watching the sunset. Guys, I think I found a pelican. A pelican! Oh hey, oh my goodness, look how big his beak is. He would absolutely try and eat you. These trails are just so beautiful. They like lead to different beach coves. I'm hoping to see the Captain Cook Monument, which I think is just up there. But look at this. Oh, beautiful. This is cool. This is where he landed. 1770. Excellent. I found another track to follow. I think this goes to the top of like the bit where it pokes out to then get to the lookouts and then back along the beach. I've come to a lookout. There are dolphins like around here. I don't know if you can see, but a minute ago its fin like breached the water. Where are you, sir? Can you see? Can you see? Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm hopefully nearing the last part of the walk now. I've done 6.5 miles. I still can't get over those wild dolphins. That was amazing. I'm walking to what both All Trails and a website with Trails of 1770 says a walk along the beach back to Agnes Water. So I'm hoping it is, because I can't do that tarmac path all the way back again. Okay, this does look like a track. This is good. Okay, I'm up on a vantage point and the tide is very much out, so that is good. Successfully made it down to the beach way before sunset. much back. I would from all over there. Heck. Okay, I'm pretty much back at the hostel. The sunset. Ooh. I've managed to make it back before sunset. The sunset in like 15 minutes. Very happy about that. It's been about 11 miles. It's been a long one. Oh, look at that sky there. Beautiful. I have taken a shower. There was an outdoor shower at the hostel. I definitely flashed people because the slats were not like close enough together. But anyway, I am now clean. I smell a lot fresher for the Greyhound. I've come out for pizza, so I've got pepperoni, but with vegan cheese, and they've got colouring in sheets, so I'm very excited about this. Did it. Also the pizza came, it looks excellent. Pepperoni with vegan cheese, yes.
2 days later.
I am in Hervey Bay. I have had the wildest few days. I got in on the Greyhound bus at 2 AM this morning, which is why I've aged 10 years in this vlog. So I was in Agnes Water, had a quick overnight in Bundaberg. I did park run, I went to the ginger beer factory, which was excellent actually, and it was free. Then I got the Greyhound here. So it was, the issue with the Greyhound on this bit of the coast is there are horrendous times, like absolutely awful times. In Hervey Bay, you go whale watching, essentially. So I am booked onto a whale watching tour this afternoon at 1 PM. I was looking at public transport, it's a Sunday. There's like 3 buses in the whole day. So I'm gonna have to Uber that, and also the shops close at 6 PM. And I think the whale watching tour finishes around that time because it's a sunset one. So I'm getting breakfast, I'm getting tea. We've got some sort of afternoon tea on the boat as well. I'll take extra snacks in case there's not dairy-free stuff. And that's where we're at. I'm feeling a lot better than I did yesterday. Okay, I've had a successful cold strip. I couldn't find anything for tea, but that can be later on's problem. I don't know why everything's so fluorescent, but I've got guac, salmon, strawberries, sourdough, and a yogurt. And all of this, like for 2 breakfasts, is like £5. Excellent. I just had such a nightmare. So I went to book the Uber that was like $26. I went to book it and it went up to $90. I was like,
What do you mean it's gone up to $90?
I went to find like the fella in the accommodation. I was like, please, can you help me? And he's rung a taxi for me, which will hopefully be only like $25. I was like, are you kidding me? $90 is more than the tour. A warning, if you're coming to Hervey Bay to go whale watching, get there a lot earlier because the Uber prices go up real steep. After picking up my boarding pass, we headed onto the boat and out into the ocean. So this was a tour with Hervey Bay whale watching and charter, and we did see whales. At first they were further away from the boat, and then they decided to put on this excellent show for us, and it was absolutely fantastic. And there was also afternoon tea on board. That whale watching tour was just absolutely excellent. Like, I was hoping we'd see some whales, but I just didn't realise like how close they came and all the jumping they did. Amazing. Also, we've arrived back by 5 PM, which means I can get the one bus that I could have got back today. So it's going to be 50 cents instead of like $33. The buses are not plentiful on a Sunday. They're better the other days, but yes, very glad. We have success in the form of a chicken teriyaki ready meal and chocolate coconut water. Yes, stuff is everywhere. I am an incredibly messy person. I have checked out of the accommodation. I'm currently waiting for the Greyhounds now to Noosa. I have greatly enjoyed Hervey Bay. The only thing I did was whale watching. I would highly recommend not doing the whale watching on a Sunday due to the bus situation. If you're staying near the pier, then that's fine. But if you're staying up near the Greyhound stop, I would advise either pre-booking an Uber for when the prices shoot up, or just not doing it on a Sunday. But the experience was incredible. I'm so glad I got to do it. So thank you very much for watching this amalgamation of places, and I will see you in the next one.